Sometimes you see an ad for a new game and you might think, hey, should I buy this? We know that this can be a tough decision to make, so we have started this series to help you make that choice. I'm Sam Ince from the Beta Network, here to help answer the question, should you play Predator Hunting Grounds? Predator Hunting Grounds is a 4v1 multiplayer shooter which pits a fire team of 4 elite soldiers against the deadliest predator known to man. As the Predator, your goal is to hunt down and eliminate each player, claiming what's left of them as your trophy. As the fire team, you must work together to complete objectives whilst avoiding or neutralizing this creature that stalks you. Hunting Grounds attempts to recreate the style of 2015's Evolve, allowing the prey to fight back, rather than just trying to escape, as you would in Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. However, this game is bare bones in comparison to the detail that was put into Evolve. Playing as one of the soldiers feels just like any other first-person shooter, with the noticeable exception that the guns feel much heavier, making aiming feel stiff, even when the sensitivity is turned all the way up. However, after getting used to this, playing as a member of the fire team can actually be quite a bit of fun. You always have to make sure to watch your back whilst taking down any AI that come up against you, because once guns start to fire, you can be sure that a certain cloaked killer is on his or her way. As the predator gets near, it starts to make that clicking sound, which has never ceased putting me on edge. It suddenly turns the standard FPS gameplay into a fight for your life. Now it becomes imperative to actively keep watch and listen out for any little sound that could give away the position of the predator. It is also vital to stay together, because once separated, that camouflage assailant has an easy target to destroy. Facing this horrifying beast from another planet is the most tense and most exciting part of the game. There is no certainty from which direction the creature will come, and by the time you see it, it is often too late. Playing as the terrifying predator is a completely different experience, one in which you have the upper hand. Finding humans to vanquish is simple, because of heat vision and the scanner. However, killing the humans presents its own kind of challenge. Whilst the predator is stronger, faster, bigger, and more resourceful than the soldiers, it would still not be wise to run headfirst into the fire team, because even though individually they are weaker, they can still punish you for being too hasty. The best option is to observe your prey, and then divide and conquer. The predator has the ability to sprint through the trees and leap from branch to branch with ease, making traversing the map a much simpler task, and making it a much greater threat. However, it was here that some of the game's flaws really came to light. It was whilst doing parkour with the predator, or Predcore as the game likes to call it, where I experienced some of the worst FPS lag and glitches that this game has to offer. Hunting Grounds does not feel like it was optimized at all for the PS4. FPS lag and slowdowns were a repetitive nuisance. The textures also took a while to load in, and the graphics looked really dated. This title, in its current form, seems to be riddled with these performance issues. At one point, the predator was jumping around very weirdly as I attempted to continue to traverse through the trees. When Hunting Grounds runs properly, it can be a great experience, but when it doesn't, it just creates frustration for everyone. And talking about frustration, how about those servers? Most people have experienced matchmaking times of longer than 10 minutes. I was fortunate enough to find a match in about 6 minutes, but even then it was just to get into the lobby. Once in the lobby, again there was more waiting for other players to join. I spent a good amount of time waiting to join a lobby or waiting in a lobby for other players to join. The worst part is, the game often launches when there aren't enough players in the fire team, so there have been a few occasions where I've been put into a 1v1 or a 2v1 with the predator, and I'm sure that you already know how that turned out. This is definitely not the start that IllFonic would have been hoping for. On a better note, the sound design in this game is phenomenal. The way the predator clicks and roars sticks true to the films. The different chimes and whirs of the predator's technology also just help add to the atmosphere, especially when it comes to that plasma caster. Every time I heard it start to charge, I knew it was time to start running, because that thing is deadly. It is through the sound and the music that the developers have managed to balance out the game, as it has helped the player determine if the predator is near. Once it starts to come closer, players start to hear those iconic clicks as well as faint roars on occasion. If the predator starts to sprint, each step it takes sends a thunderous vibration through the ground, which can be heard by anyone nearby. Predator Hunting Grounds is definitely an enjoyable game, if you can get into a full lobby or play with friends. This game is at its best when you jump into a private match and play with 4 friends, instead of waiting around hoping to get into a game. So should you play this game? Maybe not just yet. If you haven't gotten the game already, I would suggest waiting until the devs have sorted out these issues, or wait till it goes on sale for a good discounted price. Let's just hope that IllFonic gets these issues fixed ASAP and gives the world's most terrifying predator the game it deserves. If you have played this game, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't. Also, let us know if there's any other game that you'd like us to talk about. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit all on the notification bell, because we have more content like this coming out every single week.